Hi guys, my name is Meat. This is going to be another blind review for MonsterArts Alien Warrior. And again, blind reviews are basically I got the figure. Partly it looks cool, it's awesome, and also I know little or none about the character behind it, unfortunately. So for this Alien Warrior, I did watch the movies. They're great. It's one of those awesome sci-fi horror movies. Where they're trying to investigate, and there's just this alien just trying to go about their instinct of killing, I guess. And yeah, it's one of those interesting sci-fi shows. I actually like them. Although I'm not really into the franchise altogether, and partly I'm getting this because it's part of the MonsterArts line, which I've been collecting, and I want to give it a shot. So I just want to put it out there. But nonetheless, we'll take a look at this. So here's the box art, Alien Warrior. That's a really nice box. You see the tail there, part of the side, the muscular. You get the black and green splatter. It's kind of like poison, or maybe that's the blood. On the front of the box, you see the different hands, the egg, and what I believe is the juvenile form or the chest buster right underneath, and you have a tail here to which you have to assemble. So on the side here, on the back, and if you see some posts like this where he's kneeling down, you know for sure that this is very poseable, and I really like that. You also have the hunch down where he's crawling. Very interesting. Yep. And gimmicks with the tongue. Gotta have that for the alien. And top part and bottom. Alright, let's open the box. We got an advertisement for the Predator Wolf, which are coming out. I actually just got him, so we'll review him next. And yeah, so that's an advertisement. Next up is the instruction booklet. So you have 3 pairs of hand, the head that can move up and down, and there's a part on the back of the head that actually can move out of the way so he can look up more. And you get this kind of like, I'm not sure what they're called, they're kind of like tentacles, but they're not really. On the back there's 4 of them. Kind of reminds me of Cell in Dragon Ball. And you get the moving jaw there. I got too much light here. There we go. So you can move the tongue, but from what I've seen in other reviews, it's more of gravity. It will just slide out. You remove the jaw also if ever gets stuck, I guess. And that's how you connect the tail right there and the other accessories. And it also comes with a stand and tells you to wrap around the arm part around the waist. There we go. And it does come with this nice. Basically, seems like a Tamashii Stage Act 4, where they have the rectangular one, but it's painted, and that's really awesome that they did that. So you get the Alien Warrior there. You get these parts here. Most likely, I'm not going to be using this for now, since I have Tamashii Stage Acts that I can use from other figures, or actually use Figma stands also. So we have this guy here. Let's put this out of the way. Let's take out the box. So first thing we gotta do is put the tail on. So let's grab this guy here. And just a first look, this guy is amazing. Just the clear part of the, I don't know what you call that, cerebral part, the head. The details underneath is just amazing. And you got that really nice glossy, you got the gloss black, and you get the silver highlights all over his body. And details, the muscular, or actually more like a skeletal structure. And you also have this kind of like a goldish part in the middle here. Oh, really nice. And let's go with the tail. So right off the bat, you can feel that there's die-cast part of the tip of the tail, and That's actually what I've heard from the reviews, which also could be a downside on this. It is quite heavy. So when you put this on, and I think I'm putting it correctly, just there's a peg right there, and should just peg in place. Although you always put a little caution putting this on. I'm getting there, hopefully. Ah, he won't budge. There we go. I think I got it on. Alright. And it always will droop down. So, but I mean, just depending on how you pose the alien warrior, I think it'll be alright. So that's just one drawbacks. Alright, so let's set this aside, and why don't we go over the two things first, then move on. So we have the chest buster here. This guy is nicely detailed. Kinda wish he has a mini stand or a way for it to be held. Although you have the egg here, and kinda nice if there's kinda a way for this to open up. But just have a solid mold, not too bad. And this is nice, nicely detailed. So those are the two accessories. Otherwise, you have different hands. So for the hands, you have the one that's closed. I don't think he's gonna be holding any weapon for that. He could. But he also has this one where it's, for clawing out or open hand. And you have another one, which is kind of somewhere intermediate. So quite a variety of hands. And yeah, I think that's about it for the hands. Again, for articulation, as you can see with the post on the box, this guy is great. And just quickly over it. So again, you get this tubes here. I'm not quite sure what it does. I mean, is that where the alien breathes? And you have this back panel here that opens up so you can look up more. That's great. This tail keeps scratching the bottom plastic and making noise. You have the tongue there, which just slides out. And from a review, I think someone mentioned that it can get locked in place, so you may have to open it up, the jaw, and pry it out. Although I played around with this before, and it was jammed all the way, so I had to remove this top part here. Doing so could be a little tricky to put back, so be careful. But yeah, nonetheless great. There's also a moving part here actually while I was let's see if I can. This lower part of the neck actually moves also, so that's kind of cool. Although I think that's as much as I can move it. Yeah, it moves a little bit, but this part on the lower part of the neck the neck part also moves, so that's great. Got a bit of articulation there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, shoulder, it's a little bit it's hindered a little bit, but you can move the arm or the shoulder area. And you get a little bit of double jointed elbow. But, I think it's just single jointed. No, it looks like it's double. Again, the details. And you get the waist, the hips. I'm trying to reenact the pose where it's just kneeling down. And again, that is really great. And again, you get the really nice posable tail, kind of like the Kiryu. This is really amazing. Although, only down part is this guy just too heavy. So maybe you can like loop it up like so. And yeah, just alien praying down, waiting to launch an attack. Yeah, that's amazing. Another thing I want to point out, the toes. Forgot to mention the toes. There are individually, which you can actually rotate. They're on a ball joint. All 4 of them. And again, good ankle movement. Yeah, so that's great. You can actually move this around. Yep. And I think that's about it for in terms of articulation. Again, very detailed. This is just amazing. I want to point out that when you remove the wrist, like so, I think, I'm not sure if it's the left or the right one, but I find that it's not really... Is it that one? It doesn't really give you much room on the wrist, like that one right there. It's all the way in and it doesn't give you much play. I was hoping that the wrist is a bit longer. They've extended that, and it doesn't really, again, doesn't really give you much. But oh well. Actually, this one kind of gives you more, so maybe it just depends on how the ball joint is set in there. Yeah, so that's have it the tail as a hook, and that's about it for the review. Would I recommend this? Really depends. If you're, I would say, a big Alien fan, Alien and the Predator, those 2 franchise, I highly recommend getting this. Although there are other similar figures, kind of like the SIC. Was it SIC? Yes, I think it's SIC. They're coming out with an Alien also, and actually no, not SIC. That's Kamen Rider. PlayArts. PlayArts are actually coming out with their own Alien versions, and they're comparatively a lot better. I think they're bigger. They're also well detailed, and it's almost the same price point as this guy, so relatively close. I got this, I believe, about $40 on AmiAmi plus shipping, so I would say $50 to $60. It could be up to $70. But those PlayArts guy might cost you a little bit more, but they're bigger and a lot more detailed and possibly better articulated. I mean, this is articulated too, but it's just the tail. I just hope that it's a little bit more flexible or lightweight. And I just popped this joint here. There we go. Yeah. So in terms of recommendation, just depends on you. If you're already collecting SH Monster Art, you would give it a try. It's actually pretty good. Again, really detailed. Otherwise, there are alternatives for the Alien. So that's about it for the review. I'm gonna be reviewing Predator next. So there you go. So again, this is Meats. Thank you for watching.